Alright, so we have here today Vekar. Vekar or Vekar? Vekar.
Yeah,
Gold Cammy. Gonna try and see if we can help the soul to get to master
it would be great.
in no time, right? Alright, just don't be nervous, just play your game, just have fun overall. I mean, we're playing a game, right? So we come here to have some fun.
Yeah, I'm just new in fighting games.
Okay.
Marisa win. Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. Marisa win. Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight.
Got the Marisa treatment in the end.
It's really annoying to hit this heavy one.
Alright, let's go with something softer then.
Like I'm playing, when I'm playing ranked, it's basically almost only Akuma and Ryu.
Challenger.
Ah, yeah.
Let us be round one. Fight.
Why am I pressing? Ah,
I can become.
I'm playing Rashid now, so I'm having issues remembering real stuff. Pretty sure the Ryus you find don't play like this, right?
Yeah.
They just do
Also
bunch of
versus
this.
Ryu, I have really bad win rate. Like 30% maybe. I prefer playing versus Akuma because I'm also playing Akuma and I know maybe some tricks with him and I know how to play versus him, but versus Ryu is kind of hard.
Round two. Fight.
Oh, whoops.
Ryu wins. Round one. Fight.
Oh.
Round two. Fight.
Oh no.
Ryu wins.
All right. Let's go to the training area at bottom.
Uh,
Ready.
oh, okay. Oh.
Here comes a new challenger.
Alright, on screen display settings, turn on input history display for both players and the frame meter on.
Frame meter.
The input history display for both players. It should say P1, 2.
Oh yeah, I have this now. The first 3 yeah. The
Yeah, you should see my inputs and your inputs as well.
yeah, I see now.
Alright, so what do you think you're struggling with the most?
Honestly, I really struggle with my anti-airs. I really hate like when people are jumping on me and I just cannot defend. Especially with Cammy, that I don't like like cannon spike.
You don't like it?
Yeah, I prefer like Akuma Dragon Punch.
Oh well, yeah, it's yeah, okay. But you're not playing Akuma today. You're playing Cammy.
Yeah. And also when I'm not using this cannon spike, I use this one, but it's really hard to hit with someone with this.
Yeah, it's not the best entire, for real. Like you have to do it very early
Yeah,
and not too late. It's very difficult to hit with this properly.
yeah.
But it has uses. Alright, from what I noticed, I mean, in the game overall, you don't really have a game plan, and there's a lot of things that you're lacking. Like, you don't know how to do this. You've never used this, like, even once or this.
I was trying to use just from the bottom, but I couldn't hit it.
What controller type are you using?
I'm using keyboard.
Okay, so, alright. Well, okay, so the overall Cammy game plan, you're not really doing what she should be doing and what she does best, right? She's a very close-up character, very annoying with fast buttons and fast mobility, right? She can come in and out of a range really quickly, and you're not taking advantage of that. I noticed that you don't know how to do this properly, right? The instant dive kick, you definitely need to practice this. Yeah, overall your defense, especially on wake up, right? When I throw you to the ground, I don't know what you were looking for, but most of the times I got a counter hit, right? If I come here, instead of blocking, you were doing, I don't know what you were doing, but I always got a counter hit. So you need to work a little bit on your defense, right? But we're here to deal with all of those things, right? So let's start with the very basic thing that is doing this, right? You definitely want to be doing this, right? You wanna be in this range, and then suddenly you get in, you do this combo, or you can do this combo as well, whichever of the two, right?
Yeah, I was trying to use it, but when I missed the first kick, I don't follow with the drive rush then.
Okay. What I do notice is that for your rank, overall you're not doing as crazy things as I thought you were gonna do. Like, I don't know, you didn't jump as much, you didn't just press buttons randomly. You were relatively collected, right? And that's a first step to play the game and deal with stuff, but you definitely need to start dealing with stuff. This is something that you cannot run away from. You have to use this, and you want to use the light version, right?
Light version.
Yeah, you definitely want to use the light version more when anti-airing, because well, the angle of this can,
when I use the strong one, it's like I'm
yeah,
always missing basically.
Yeah, it can whiff. So what you need to do is like you wait for people to be almost at your range. You should wait a little bit more, and then just do the thing. Yeah, just like that. See? It's not so difficult, right?
Yeah.
There are shortcuts for this. Like if you're crouching, press forward.
Yeah.
So you know that stuff, right?
I'm mostly using like forward, down, forward, and then kick.
Yeah, the Hadouken
Yeah,
thing,
and
like this, right?
Yeah.
So the only problem that I see is that, well, you need to come into the training area more often, right? And do this. Just do that. Again. Just do it with the light version. Just keep doing it. Keep doing it. Yeah, that's a good execution right there. As you can see, you do the motion and you press the button after you finish the motion. That's how you want to practice stuff here in training, right? Oh, whoops. Alright. So you do the motion and you finish with the button. Same goes for the Shoryuken, right? You do forward, down, forward, and then press the button.
Oh no, not this one. Yeah, like
So
down.
as you can see, your inputs are very, very different from mine, right? You have to do as perfect as possible, right? Like forward, down, forward. You have to get this. Yeah, just like that. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's almost. There you go. You finish your motion and you press the button. Don't press the button right as you finish your motion. Like do forward, down, forward, release everything, and then press the button, right?
Yeah.
That's a drill to do in training in order to get more consistent with your with how you perform it, right? Mechanically, like how you get muscle memory. So if I jump at you and you try to do it, then yeah, as you can see, it's a little bit rushed down, right? It's not clean, and that is relatively fine during a fight. What's important is that you get it out, right? But yeah, when you're in training, you should come here and just do 10 of these, and for example, if you get it like that, then just start over, right? Then you
Yeah,
go
it's
like,
kind of hard to focus when playing and moving forward and back.
I understand that
open.
issue, but
Yeah.
when you do this like 1,000 times, right? Then
Yeah.
you don't worry anymore about doing this like mechanically, right? Like your fingers already respond to your thinking of, yeah, I need to do Shoryuken, then you just do it, right? It's not about, oh, I need to press forward, down, forward, and the kick, right? You just think about anti-airing and then you do it. All right. You should be doing that with this thing and the other thing, and then you have to come and practice your light confirms. You do this into this. Oh, whoops. This is very, very important to have.
Yeah, and spiral out.
Or yeah, I just forgot kind of stuff. Alright, there you go. Yeah, you need to practice these things so they can happen randomly, right? So if you're like, for example, all right, do the combo to me. Do the light confirm.
Standing is better or like that?
It's okay. You can do whatever you feel like. I mean, you should be doing something like this. Oh, whoops! I got. You can do this, or you can do this. It's the important part is that you convert and you do the combo, right? All right. Yeah. See, it's important that you stop the moment you see me blocking. Or the moment you see that you get ahead, then you do it, right? Very, very important that you get that visual, right? You missed that punch.
Yeah, the third one.
Yeah, don't always get used to, I need to, because if you're here, then you need to do 2 jabs only, right? Depending on the range, you don't get the luxury to press 3, right? The third one is gonna miss, right?
Yeah,
You need.
when
you
I
need
was
to-
trying to connect like normal jab and kick, light kick, it's really annoying timing.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain you why. You know, one is a link and one is a cancel, right? Um, light punches like this, they cancel into each other, right? So if you want to, you just press 2 of them and they will just come out. For the kick, you need to wait for the fist to come back to recover and then press the other one, right? That's why it's more annoying to hit this, but once you get the timing of this, it becomes second nature. That's why you need to practice these things multiple times. So you can come to training mode and just do this. I know it's annoying and it feels like a pain, but that's the road, right? That's how you learn how to play the game, right? Another thing that you definitely need to practice more, or that you need to practice, is, you know, basic combos, like this one.
Try to focus to practice it like for few minutes before playing ranked, but just it.
I mean, you definitely need to train more mechanically. So it's very important at your rank that you do this stuff without really thinking much and don't drop it, right? There you go.
Yeah.
And another thing that you need to focus on is, like, if you're gonna press, so if you need one heavy punch, right? If you need one heavy punch, you press one heavy punch. You don't mash it, right? You don't need to press it 4 times to make it come 1 time, right? You just press it 1 time.
Okay.
And then, you know, you need to clean your execution. Why is this important, right? When you're doing combos and when you're performing into game, there's a lot of information that's going on in the screen that you need to focus on, like how much life your opponent has, how much resources do you have. Like, for example, if I hit you with this, I need to know if I do this into level 3 without burning myself out, or if I'm going to kill, or if I'm going to burn you out. I need to be aware the moment I hit you with this that I can do this without burning myself, or depending on the situation, how many resources I can spend into that combo. If you're mashing, right, if you're making a combo and you're doing like this all the time, you're gonna focus into your execution way too much, right? Again, it's the same principle, right? You press 1 heavy and 1 medium and you get the timing right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like spamming the buttons.
Yeah,
every time
I can see them. I can see your buttons. See, you press medium
Yeah.
punch 3 times, and you know you only need 1 of them.
Yeah, it's
So
mostly
that's-
because I don't know really timing. Exact
Exactly.
timing.
That's why you need to come to the training and just practice these things. And you don't need to do the whole combo, right? You can just do something like this instead. Right? You can do. You can come here and do this. You know, this into this. Right? And if you get 2 hit combo, then you already know the timing, right? Then you have the other part. Right? You do this into that, and then you do add stuff the moment you get the first part sorted out, right? There you go. That's a lot prettier.
Yeah, that's better.
And then after that, when you get that, maybe you need to, you know, do the level 3, right? And then you do that, right? And as you can see, my input, especially for the level 3, you can see that it's clean. It's very clean. That's what you want to get, right? As
Yeah,
a
when I'm
result.
playing Cammy, I usually use my level 3 just on this.
I mean, it's fine to have that. But yeah, if I do this to you,
Yeah, I didn't really know if you can use it then.
Hmm.
Do I have to end it with like
Yeah, with the OD
yeah
spy,
the
yeah, the dive kick, the OD dive kick, you need to do it.
yeah.
Yeah, otherwise you spike. So there's something important about that combo in particular. So if you do this into into this and then you dash forward and crouching heavy punch, as you can see, if you have the frame meter on, right?
Yeah.
So if I hit you with that, I'm plus 10, right? Normally if I do crouching heavy punch, that's plus 7, but because I'm hitting meaty, right? I'm hitting with the third active frame, it becomes plus 10, right? What that means is that if I hit you with this, then you can then you can do that, right? So
Yeah.
it's I'm sorry. It's a setup, right? This is when you go for this combo. There's a setup going on, right? You maybe sacrifice a little bit of corner carry because this maybe has more corner carry than the other one. But the other one has another setup, right? So you need to learn these things, right? How would you perform this combo, right? This into this. It's also important to know the link this into this.
Yeah, I try to using it like like after this two dashes and
Yeah, the problem is that this into this don't naturally combo, so you need to
Yeah.
dry rush in order to be able to get it. And then you can you know do loops. You can do that as well, right? So you add things to your combos, and then you add more variety to your combos, right? Did you finish the combo trials? Did you finish them?
I did most of them, but I don't think I completed every one of the. I definitely had a problem with one that I had to do like this pinnacle into one punch and then super. It's like
Then super.
yeah, it's one like this. Like after jump you have to use super and connect it.
I don't remember, but yeah, I mean, doing this into super. I have to see
Yeah.
which one that is, but it's important that you finish those in order to get you know, mastery on you know what your character can do. They are those combos are probably not optimal at all, but they teach you how to, you know, perform the actions of your character. So it's very important that you finish that, right? All right. Next up. So what do you want to be doing as Cammy, right? We talked about, you know, how important this is, right? And it's also this. But the neutral game with Cammy, right?
Yeah.
She's very oppressive, right? She doesn't let people, you know, play the game usually, right? So you want to be on top of people, pressing buttons and doing stuff, right? So it's very important that you get your footsie game right down, right? So what is Cammy very well known for? She creates spaces out of nowhere, right? So if I'm like on top of you like this, if you block this, block it, and then I do this, right? Then I can get back and very fast, right?
Yeah.
And I create this space, and if you don't move away from this, right, I can suddenly, you know, hit you with this, right? The same with this punch is very oppressive and very annoying. Like it pushes people away so much, even on block, right? If you try to press anything after that, right, you're gonna be outside of range. Maybe you can do the same punch because we're in a mirror match. But yeah, see that? You see what happened?
Yeah.
So you want to, keep your opponent busy into certain ranges and then get in and out, right? That's how you actually play the character, right? And then you get an opportunity, then you get in, and then you do your stuff, right? Right, but yeah, it's very, very, very important that you know when that hits, right? So what you do is that you put your training dummy into random block, right? And then you see if you get a hit or not, right? And then you dry rush into something.
Yeah, is it better than lower kick?
No.
No.
It's not about being better. I mean, definitely this has more range than this.
Yeah.
But the thing is that this comes out at 7 frames and this comes out at 8 frames. It might not be like much, but in a match, then definitely it is something to keep an eye on, right? And also, I believe this has way more pushback than this one, right? So if they are blocking and you just press that. Another thing that's very, very annoying is that Cammy can do this into this. And it's very hard to notice when she's gonna switch out, because if you block, so this punch is -2 and this is 7, so that would mean I need 9 frames in total if I want to do this into this. The problem is that Cammy can do like this and then into this very, very quickly, so you don't know exactly when she's gonna stop pressing jabs. But if I'm gonna do this, all right? I'm just gonna do this and try to jab in between after my light punch, right?
Okay.
No. This is my light punch, right? See? I cannot press medium punch. For the life of me, I cannot. But if I do this, right, you cannot press your light, right? So I kinda suppress you, and then see, I create this space for you to whiff any attempt of trying to get away from the mix-up, and then I can do this into this as well, trying to bait you into pressing the
Yeah, like that.
yeah, if you press a jab in here, then you're gonna get punish counter, right? See? Alright, so that's what you want to do with the character. You need to learn how to pretty good, right? But then when you get the drive rush, you need to know, right, if you hit or not, so you can do this. Because if block, just block. Try to block. If I do, just block. If I do this, as you can see, this will whiff, right? So it's very, very important that you realize what it is. Or you can just go for this. This is very, very oppressive, right? This is +5 on block, so it's like you can come and grab really quickly, or you can, you can put this out, and people will get counter hit if they try to press a button, right?
Yeah. So when you are blocking and I just hit you when you are blocking, is it still good to drive rush?
I mean, it's not the best thing, of course, because it costs 3 bars. You definitely want to confirm as much as you can. But sometimes, if we are playing footsies, right? If we are doing like this, then it's very difficult for me. Well, it's gonna be very difficult for your opponent to, be crouching all the time, right? I do it because it's second nature. When I'm at certain ranges, I just do, my footsies looks like this. So I tend to block a lot low, right? I tend to play like this in this range, right? I'm like, I'm aware that you want to press your crouching medium kick, right? So I'm waiting for you sometimes to just waste your bar and your resources.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Alright, any questions so far?
No, I don't think so for now.
Alright,
I can see, yeah, like
you need to know when
Yeah.
and why to use your buttons, right? So this button, it's very, very, very strong, right? It can combo into itself, but you don't really get anything out of it, because it's you know, it's not cancelable, right? You can hit with this a couple times, but it's not cancelable. The thing is that if you get a counter hit, right? If you get a counter hit out of this, that +6 becomes +8, right? Because as you know, or not, if you get a counter hit, you add 2 frames to whatever is happening, right? So if that's
Yeah.
+6, then it should be +8. And because this kick is 8 frames, then if you get a counter hit, you can combo this into this. Right, so try to press, I don't know, try to press something, I don't know, standing medium punch maybe, right? Just press standing medium punch. Yeah, you just keep pressing. So if I get you with that, right?
Yeah.
It's very difficult to get it. Well, if you get a punish counter, it's even more,
Yeah,
right?
it's
It's 4 more. So if we're gonna do like the punish counter way, you can simulate it with this. Right? So you can
Yeah.
just draw dry rush into this, and then it'll combo into this. Right? Or you can just do this into this if you're too close. You can do this into this as well. I think. Yeah, this is 10. Right? Or yeah, you should be doing maybe you can do this into this, and then do this. Right, so when you know your character and you know the frame data of your character, then you start, you know, creating your own combos out of, you know, what you see, right? So you could definitely do this instead, but it's different. This is faster. This is way faster than the other one, right? So,
you mean this one, yeah, like
yeah,
medium punch.
that's a lot faster, yeah. Well, a lot, but 2 frames for us is a lot faster. Yeah, as you can see, it can combo into most of her attacks, right? Alright, alright, then there's this kick and this kick are very important, but you don't get anything out of them other than, you know, if people are just blocking, right? If you block,
Yeah.
if you block this, then it's half of the drive gauge, right? It's very, very useful to burn people. Right? The same is for this. Like the range on this is insane, right? This can also work on a punish counter on a long range. So if I'm doing something like this, yeah, you can do that. You don't get much out of it, other than, you know, you get a +44, you know, situation right there. You can drive rush into something, right? And that is also good when we're playing footsies here, and I want just to, you know, I want to poke, and I do that. But you definitely don't want to be doing stuff like this, right? You don't want to be here, oh, whoops, doing this into this. You don't want to be doing this. This is very, very, very bad, right? You maybe, if we are on a certain range in a certain situation that you need to recover your drive gauge, then you press it, then you get more space, and you go back, right? Then you come back, then you know, you prepared your attack, but you want people to, you know, to respect you, right? You do this thing, you use this thing, right? But overall, in neutral, you want to be using your medium system. They are very, very strong. The same as this kick. As you can see, it's very, very, very suppressive, right? It doesn't really allow people to do much, right?
Yeah, it's blocking my character.
Yeah, and then the jab as well. You can just keep walking forward, and you know, that's the thing about Cammy, right? She does stuff that will, yeah, as you can see, it'll make you make a mistake because I'm suppressing you so much.
Yeah, I have to constantly go back.
There you go. You got a punish counter there. Okay. So yeah, that's what you want to be doing with Cammy, right? You don't want to be, always walking backwards, doing something like this because you're scared of what might happen. This is very, very bad.
Yeah.
Because she's so fast, as you can see, you walk so fast backwards that you will get to the corner really, really fast. You don't want to be in the corner at all, right? Next, let's see. What should we do? Should we do a footsie drill? Let's do a footsie drill. Now that we're talking about footsies, all right. Get into the middle of the stage, right there in the line, in the big line. No, over here.
Yeah.
Just stay there. I'm gonna start here, right? And we're gonna play just footsies, right? Only footsies. No drive rush cancel. Just attacking each other with normals. No jumping either, right?
Okay.
And your goal is to get me to the corner, okay? Or I'm gonna try and as much as I can to push you to the corner, right? All right, let's go. Oh, whoops. Next.
Oh, no.
You're cheating.
Oh. Wait, yeah. You're cheating. Oh, now that's a nice one. I don't know if you did it on purpose. I wanted this back one. Yeah.
But this is really good for that, right? If you see them pressing
Yeah,
buttons
yeah.
that push them forward too much, then you can do this. Oh, whoops. Oh, nice. See, that was a nice one. Now, in the game, you want to not whiff as much as possible.
Yeah. Just connect every hit, yeah, to at least 2 block.
Yeah, at least make them block, right? So if you see them at that range, you don't want to be mashing like this, because this can happen, right? You don't want to miss, right? So you have to know that at that range you can probably press 2 of them, and then you have to go back, right? Yeah, see, this happens to you way too much. When we were playing, and if I get you in the ground, then you start mashing light, right?
Light
You have
control,
Yeah, you have to know that that will lose to almost everything. Even if I throw you, right? Even if I get a throw, right? The light is not gonna come out. It's definitely not one of the best choices to go for. One, because you know, if I knock you down, it's rock paper scissors, right? It's rock paper scissors between me striking, me throwing, or shimming, right? Or making a shimmy. Just like if I do this, then I start walking backwards to try and get you to whiff, right? So you're falling for all of them if you just press jab like that, right? So it's definitely not the best choice to go for. If you wake up, then you can use the drive reversal that you can use now, right?
Yeah.
No, that's forward and DI. No, the DI button.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
just hold it. You don't need. Yeah, you don't need to press. Just hold forward and yeah, like that.
Yeah,
Right?
yes.
The problem is that is not safe, right? That can be any 6 frame can deal with that. So you need to be careful with that option too, but it's definitely way better than just mashing jab, because you're gonna get hit a lot by stuff like that, right? If people try to, you know, throw you or hit you, they you know, mashing light is not gonna help you there, right? So you need to be careful with that. Another option that you have is to parry, of course. Just, you know, it's very risky, because if I happen to go for a throw, then you're gonna get more damage out of the throw. But definitely you don't want to be mashing light. That's the worst option that you can go for. You go for light, like for example, if I don't know, if I get a knockdown of you like that, and I'm like right over here trying to hit you with this, then maybe you can hit a light when you're waking up to try and stop me from that distance. But up close like this, you don't want to be mashing light as much, right? All right. Another thing that you definitely need to learn is how to raw drive rush like this. It's very important for you to have.
Yeah, I basically never use it.
Yeah,
maybe only when I'm going to for a throw.
Yeah, I mean, going for a throw, it's all right, but you definitely want to, you know, add more to that, right? It's just one bar. It's very important, right? You can also go for a low, and then get this, right? And then you get a knockdown into stuff, right? But yeah, that's basically more things that you need to add to your toolbox of, you know, offense and defense, right? Okay, let's make another drill, right? This time it's gonna be different. So what did you think about this exercise? Did you learn something you wanted? Do you have any questions about, you know, the exercise that we just did?
I think it was really cool with this like this hitting and trying to move.
Yeah, so as you can see, it's very, very important that you don't just mash things because, for example, if I press this, I'm -1, right? So that means that whatever comes after is gonna be slower than almost anything that people press, right? If I do, for example, if you do this on block, I think this is what? This is +1. But if I do this, okay,
Yeah.
so this is -3, right? Right. So if I do this and try to press a medium there, then yeah, most of the things that I try to do will hit me, right? So be careful, be aware of these situations, right? What you want to do, what you want to be doing, is, of course, you want to hit, right? But other than that, you want to create some space for them to whip, right? So if you block, for example, block, and then I throw this and you try to hit a jab, that can happen, right? So you can get a space trap out of it, right? But that only works if, yeah, if the distance has to be really, you know, at the very tip, at least against the crouching medium, right? But especially in the corner, this is very, very strong, right? See, you can get that. But then you can, you know, do other stuff, like you can do this into this, right? You create this space and then you do this and create more pressure, because yeah, buttons that are -3, they are kind of an invitation for your opponent to do stuff, right? Because you cannot really add this to after this, right? It's very, very hard. You need 7 frames, and you know, any 6 framer will beat it. So if you see people just going for a -3 attack, right, you definitely want to stop them from doing anything else and add your own pressure, right, and go at it, right? You cannot allow people to, yeah, you cannot allow me pretty much to be doing this to you, right? On block,
over and over.
yeah, this is -3, right? So I cannot be, I shouldn't be doing this to you. See, I get a counter hit every time I try for the second one, right? But the real problem comes when I do this. See, if I do that and go back instead of going forward, right? Then it becomes a different situation, right? See?
Yeah,
And
I'm waiting.
yeah, that's something that you need to be doing. Alright, so you do this, you create certain space, and you make them, you know, whiff, right? There you go. But you need to, in order for these things to work as I'm showing you, you have to develop the habit of looking at your opponent's reaction when you throw these things, right? So if I'm playing it against you and I do this and you're blocking, right? Then I want to see what's your reaction about it, right? If I see that you press something because you want to challenge me, right? Then see, I get prepared for your whiff, right? I get prepared for you whiffing, or maybe if you come too close, then I'll, you know, try and hit you, right? That's how you do whiff punish, right? There's a misconception that you need to be playing like this, you know, and waiting for somebody to press a button in order to whiff punish, right? It doesn't always work like that. Because at high level of play, people don't really show their cards because they know how. It's like trying to play poker with an open hand, because I know the distances of your buttons, I know the distances of your punches, I know what Cammy wants to be doing, right? So if you show me something from your hand, then I'm gonna be prepared for that something to be coming out next, over and over, right? So you see, if I see you pressing medium punch all the time, then I can get prepared for you to press it again, right? The same happens with jump in, with, you know, with the dive kick. It happens with everything, right? You see people repeating the same pattern over and over, and the faster you get to deal with their things that they are doing, the better the match is gonna be overall, right? So if I try to do this at you, right? If I try to jump in at you, then you suddenly, Shoryuken, right? Oh, you Shoryuken once, and then we are here, nothing is happening. I cannot get a hit on you, then I jump again.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, imagine you do Shoryuken a couple times, right? I have to know that I cannot be jumping at you. Or if I hit you, oh nice. If I hit you, then I know that you're not very good with your anti-airs. If I do this, right? If I knock you down and then on wake up you get a counter hit multiple times, then I know that you like to press buttons on wake up, so I throw more strikes at you, right? The same goes for...
I thought that lots of people are just like jumping when they are waking up in corner.
So yeah, jumping is something that you're definitely gonna have to deal with. It's very, very important at your rank and up to maybe diamond, you're gonna have people jumping at you over and over, right? Alright, we're gonna make another drill now. I'm gonna do 2 things, only 2 things, no more. We're gonna play footsies, you're not going to attack, and I'm going to whiff this. Maybe I'm gonna whiff. I'm gonna whiff this, right? This has 30 frames, 22, 28, 13, 17. Well, this is 32, but okay. So I'm gonna do my best to whiff this. You have to punish me, right? With that or crouching medium kick if you want, or I'm gonna jump, right? So you need to decide how to punish me. I'm sorry, alright? Okay, let's go. I say, as you can see, you're doing the motion, your Shoryuken motion, but you're doing something like this, right? You're not really completing the motion. You're just, I don't know how I randomly get those, but yeah, you're doing something like this, and then it's not coming out, right? That's why you need to actually, perform the thing, or at least crouch and forward kick, right? At least, right? All right, go again. You're doing the wrong motion. You're doing it to the other side.
Yeah.
Alright, if you keep walking to me like that, right? If you keep just walking to me, it's gonna be very, very difficult for you to anti-air. Because if I do this and you don't know how to cross cut, which is very different from, anti-airing, you're not gonna know how to deal with that, right? So you need to get into a space. So if I'm telling you I'm just gonna go for this or for this, right? You definitely don't want to be here, right? If you're here, then this will hit you and my jump is gonna cross up, right?
Right.
So you want to keep a good distance to be able to punish this and to be able to punish this, right?
Yeah. I'm really bad at the other side.
Alright, so yeah, as you can see, it's only 2 options, right? Out of the 7 things I can do to deal with you,
Yeah,
only doing 2 is already putting you in you know, it's making you work too much, right? So why does that happen, right? Why is the fact that you cannot react for something coming and knowing that it's gonna come, right? It has to do with how you deal with distances and how you treat your mental stack, right? You're gonna hear a lot about this concept, the mental stack, right? So imagine a RAM memory with stuff that can happen in the game, right?
yeah,
So you need to know what is contesting a distance at a given time. So if I'm right over here, right, there's absolutely no normal that I can throw at you that will hit, right? Nothing. Well, if I punish counter you, your button, yes, but right here, you shouldn't be worrying about me hitting you because I cannot hit you with this, right? You maybe should be worried about this because I can hit your legs from right over here, but that's really difficult. Or the jump, right?
yeah,
So at this distance, if you're keeping this distance, right, you have to know that the other person can jump and will jump most likely at your rank. They will jump because they don't know how to get out. That's how to get in. Right? So maybe if I'm like this right here and you block my stuff, right? I throw stuff at you, or you keep blocking, I cannot get in. Then I'll do that, right? And you will see this a lot, right? And that's when you get ready to anti-air, right? Because at this distance, you already know that they will jump, right? And even even sometimes at this distance, they will try to cross you up, but they cannot, right? To cross you up, it's very, very close. Like I have to be here in order to be able to cross up, right? Right. So if I jump from this distance, I'm not gonna be able to cross you up, right? So you know that you can anti-air from this distance, and even then. So if I jump from this distance and you walk a little bit backwards, then it's
yeah,
you know you can just anti-air, right? But for what I'm trying to say is this distance is not being contested by any of my normals, right? Maybe I can just go crazy and go for this or go for this, right? But you just block those. It doesn't really matter. You just block them, right?
yeah,
But
and I
jumping.
can, yeah,
But jumping,
right
you
behind.
don't have enough mental stack to be dealing with all the 7 options that can happen. So what you do is certain options you just decide to block. Like if I drive rush into you like this, it's much better that you just block than wasting mental stack into trying to stop it, because it's very, very difficult to do. Eventually you will get to do it, but this thing, you have at least 40 frames to react to this, right? Cammy is different because she can, do this, but even then, if she does like that, then you can still do it, right? All right, so
No.
what happens when we get out from this distance and then we start at this distance, right? First of all, this is your distance. This is no other character's distance, right? There's very little characters want to be in here, so they start pressing buttons, right? And when they start doing stuff, especially new people try to do this a lot, right? The block. Oh, you can do that as well, but
Oh, not, yeah.
oh, you definitely want to stop doing that. You definitely
Yeah,
want to
I
stop
tend to
doing that.
use it. Yeah, I
Please
use it
stop
too much.
doing that. Stop using drive impact as a way to deal with stuff. It's way better that you try to press buttons that can cancel into. So if I'm right here doing this and you decide to press a DI,
Yeah,
at any given moment, you can randomly press a DI, right? And I can just
yeah,
reverse
fun.
it, right? It's very easy to reverse it, right?
I started using it when I was playing versus Akumama, and he has this like heavy kick that uh, that you follow with the whole combo with this, and it's
Yeah, we're gonna talk
Oh,
about Akuma a little bit
yeah,
later because you're gonna have to deal with that. But you definitely don't want to do DI. You don't want to be doing DI all the time. You can DI sometimes, like if you see an Akuma pressing crouching medium kick into Hadouken, crouching medium kick into Hadouken all the time, then you can probably press a DI and you can shut it down. But it's not good. This thing is not good. It's not as good as people make it think. You can probably, I don't know, maybe do this into this, right? And then you can get something out of it, but even then, it has very high risk, right?
yeah. I tend to rely on drive impacts too much.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that, right? All right. So at this, when we go from this range, right, to this range, then you have to know, you have to know that at this range, it's very dangerous to be here, right? And it's very dangerous, definitely it's very dangerous to not block at this range. Whatever I throw, even a standing light kick, a crouching light kick, it'll hit you, right? So you have to be aware that you cannot just get into this ranges and you know, without care, right? So whenever you start pressing buttons or not blocking, then bad things can happen, right? You definitely want to get into blocking at certain ranges, right? It's better than you block, and even if they drive rush at you when you're blocking, right? They're gonna be using 3 bars, and I don't know, maybe they will get a throw, right? But still, 3 bars for a throw is definitely not worth, right? It's not it's not great. The problem is that if you start standing up and you try to keep walking like this at this range, you're gonna get hit by this. 100% you're gonna get hit by that, way more than if you just stand here and try, you try to push them back, right? Push them back, and then you can come in, then you do your stuff, right?
When I block, is it the best option just to crouch block all the time?
Yeah, definitely. Well, what am I gonna do? Well, as Cammy, there are characters that have overheads, but they are very obvious that they will, attack from above, and you need to stand up and
Cammy has like only one with.
I don't think.
With one?
Yeah, but that takes ages. Right?
Yeah.
This takes forever.
And you can just interrupt it with jobs.
So, but yeah, for example, Rashid has forward heavy punch, and Marisa has a diagonal down heavy punch and stuff like that. But
yeah, the problem with this game is also that I keep playing versus only like 4, maybe 5 characters all the time, and like, for example, Blanca, maybe I played once or twice.
You will
the same
get when you get to master something, you will start seeing more variety. But people is just Akuma is the thing. So everybody's
basically
playing Akuma.
Ryu can.
Yeah, that's the usual stuff.
Right.
That's the usual stuff. When you start climbing up the ranks, you'll see more variety, more Jamies, Guiles, and stuff like that, right? And you're gonna start seeing the situations that will. It's like, well, what do I have to do with that situation? But we're not here to talk about a specific character right now. Right. So you definitely want to work a little bit more into your game plan right now. That is like just to press this. Definitely, yeah. That what you just did there. It's a great you know, it's good that you learn how to block, right? When you block like that, at your rank, people will lose their minds trying to be like, well, what's going on? I cannot hit this guy, and they will start making mistakes, and you know, they will definitely start jumping at you.
Yeah.
Right? They will. Oh, this guy is just blocking. I cannot deal with that, and they will start just jumping and doing crazy stuff, right? And then you definitely need to have conversions, right? The moment you get a punish counter, the moment they press a button wrong, then you definitely want to convert that into your damage, right? And if you get something like this, and by all means don't do this, right? It's very important that just don't rely on this.
Yeah.
Try to get better combos out of your conversions, right? While this is not a bad thing to have, right?
I noticed that I also use mostly like heavy punches and medium punches, and I very rarely use my lights, and people all the time use like drive impacts, and it's kind of hard to interrupt them without jabs.
Yeah, it's very important that you use your jabs, because yeah, if you do this is a 10 frames startup button, right? I mean, I'm just gonna get close to you and just try to press crouching heavy punch, right? Just try, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see, it's almost impossible, right, for your heavy punch to come out, right? And that happens in real fights, right? I mean, heavy punches, it's just to whiff punish stuff, right? And this definitely, this one is more of a setup, right? You want to use that punch as a setup, like in here, you want to hit meaty, right? And you do that, right?
Yeah, and don't use it.
Yeah, there's absolutely no need to be using this button in neutral at all. When this button exists, right, this is way better, right? I mean, you can use it sometimes, but I don't really recommend using that button in neutral as much as, you know, maybe this one, or maybe even this one, or that one, right?
Yeah, just use medium buttons.
But definitely you want to be using this, but not all the time, right? Maybe you're doing an offense and then, you know, you don't get to confirm. Oh, nice. Now you know that you can do this. Wait, let me hit you. You can do this into this, right?
Yeah, I usually use it only for the super tree. Basically, yeah.
No, it needs to be the medium.
Ah, medium, yeah. Okay.
So that leaves on plus 38. Alright, this is very important to have. This one right here. Oh wait. Into dash, into crouching heavy punch is very important to have. Right?
Yeah, like after spiral arrow, dash and this.
Oh, whoops. Good.
Not this.
No, do the back medium into this one. Dash,
yeah.
crouching heavy punch. No, need to dash.
Okay. Yeah, not this button.
Oh, whoops.
something like.
I should have let myself get hit, but it's not. Yeah, as you can see, it's only +7, which is just the usual thing. So you have to get +10 or +9 when you do that to know that you actually did it properly. See, that's wrong.
Dash.
Dash is
Just
crouching heavy punch.
just like one, just 2 times forward, yeah.
Yeah, one time. I mean, yeah, forward is dash. Dash, crouching heavy punch. Nope. Yeah, if you don't get the timing in the air properly, then the rest is not gonna work either. See, if you don't get it right, then I can do that. Ah, there you go. And +9. See, that's good. In the corner you cannot get more, but over here.
Crouch down. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Now, after you get that, you have to confirm if it hits. Then you just do this.
Yeah, there's the combo.
You're hold on. Wait. Look at the input that you did for your dive kick right there. Like you press, you didn't even press down. You press diagonal into kick into back, right?
Yeah.
You need to do it like this, right? All the time. Remember, finish your motion, then press the button. Oh, that's not the input. That's a little bit better. Right. Then heavy punch into heavy kick. No.
It's like not with this one. I should use.
Yeah, it's like this. The full thing looks like this.
Ah, okay. It's like okay. It's this into this and
This
okay.
heavy kick does this.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah, jump.
Oh, and then it's the medium. But yeah, you get the gist. You're doing great, to be honest. Like if you practice this for 1 hour, then definitely you're gonna get it better.
Yeah, and then from the second side, it's
You need to practice. You need to practice it 10 times from one side and 10 times for the other side. And if you get it wrong, then you start over. 10 times, right? So another thing that you need to have is this combo, right? This is way better than doing. I mean, not way better, but it's your usual easy bar dump that you use all your bars in order to get the combo, right?
It's after this.
Yeah, but it needs to. This needs to be the light version, right?
Light.
Mm-hmm. Light
Okay.
into super. The super is forward punch.
Oh yeah.
So now, this is the
Yeah.
reason that you need to finish your motion and then press the button. Yeah, you have way more time to do the other motion if you finish your first motion into button, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so now do the whole thing. Crouching medium kick, crouching medium kick, crouching heavy punch, standing heavy punch, repeat, and super.
Okay. It was.
Alright, there's a trick for the
Yeah.
When you do drive rush into something, right? And you press that something way ahead of time. You know, the drive rush has some frames that it needs to, you know, it needs to rush, right? It needs to move forward. So it's 9 frames. If you press something during those 9 frames, it'll come out after it finishes, right? You don't need to time anything. So you press crouching medium punch into drive rush, and then just press crouching heavy punch, and it'll come out whenever it can, and it'll combo whenever it can, right? So you don't need to wait anything to press crouching heavy punch after you see the flash, right? You just have to see the flash of drive rush and then press crouching heavy punch.
Yeah.
Don't mash the second heavy punch. There you go.
After the second hit,
You cancel again. You do this.
yeah, another drive rush.
Yeah. And then you do the spin knuckle light into the super. I mean, the real combo ends in a charge. What's the name of this? Kind of spike,
Spiral.
right? Kind of spike, right? Oh, let's see if I can do it. Well, you can do that as well, but and then that into super, right? You do this into that. But I haven't played Cammy in a while, so my execution with Cammy is very bad. So this is like the best way to do that combo, right?
Advance this.
Doing this into super is the easy version, right?
Yeah.
But you need to practice this. So to do that, and listen to this, right?
Yeah.
When you do a motion, right? When you do, for example, if I do a quarter circle forward heavy kick, right?
Yeah.
If I do this motion and I press the other quarter circle forward punch, it will take the first quarter circle forward that it was used for the spiral arrow as the first motion for the super. So if I do this, as you can see, there's only two
Oh.
quadricycle forwards, but one was used for the spiral arrow.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get how people
So
can use it now.
so what what you have to do to get the Choryuken into super is, well, you can
Yeah,
do that, yeah. Is
Yeah, I was wondering how people are using this long input.
I
so
mean,
fast.
you can do this and then do triple, but it's it's very annoying, right?
Yeah,
It's doable, but it's very annoying to get three
Yeah.
quadricycle forward, right? You just do two, and the same goes for the Choryuken, right? If I do forward, forward, down, forward, you just need to. It's very hard, right? Because you need to do the motion and then press the second one right afterwards. It will just come out and happen, right?
does it have to be charging version or?
Yeah.
normal?
If you just do this, this can happen, right? This will happen. You need to charge it and then do it. You need to fully charge it. So that's why when you see my inputs, I'm doing this, holding it, and then doing the next quadricycle forward, right? So as you can see, it's forward, down, forward. I press the kick. I hold the kick while pressing the other quadricycle forward punch. Alright, it needs to be done right here, right? You need to cancel the first hit. So if you do it like from right over here, it's not gonna cancel. Right? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, somehow.
Well, I
It
just
worked.
want to get the what's it called, the theory across, right? But I mean, you can also just do the combo like this into, well, not like that, definitely not like that. The level 3 like that, right? You can also do
Yeah.
that if you want, but I think it does a little bit less damage than with the spin knuckle.
I think it can be a little like easier to do than charging version of
Right.
kick.
One last thing that I want to mention before going and maybe watch some replays is you need to get into the idea of observing your opponent, right? And you need to fix your attention instead of trying to go for the for whatever button you want to press, right? If we're here, you need to stop thinking when is your moment to press a button, right? When is your distance to press the button? Oh, I'm here. I'm here. I'm pressing button. I'm pressing button, right? That will you do it as well, but you need to start seeing what your opponent is doing and how they try to attack you, right? And at your rank, it's gonna be a lot of chaos coming from your opponent, right? You need to deal with that chaos with order, right? You cannot deal with chaos because the game is just gonna be,
Messy.
it's gonna be trash, right? You're gonna be jumping and pressing and doing, and nothing is gonna come out clean, right? And when somebody else comes that can play clean, they will destroy your chaos, right? So try to get into the idea of doing things for a reason, right? So what does that mean? In the beginning, it's gonna be really it will sound like a mouthful, but when you're playing your game, it's gonna be easier and faster, right? So if we are here, for example, if we're doing this, right, and absolutely nothing is happening, right? I'm gonna come to your area, and yeah, this is way too close, right? This is way too close for me. So I'm just gonna wait for you to press something, or I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna see what happens, right? Nothing happens, then I try to keep you away, right? and then at one point, if nothing happens, then I'm gonna be like, well, nothing is happening. This guy is not reacting to my approaches. He's not throwing fireballs or whatever. So I'm just gonna commit to my offensive, right? So then I just commit to walking forward and pressing the crouching medium kick. So my defense at that very moment, my defense just stops, right? And I'm not pressing crouching medium kick like blocking or anything. I'm just gonna go for this. Whatever the hits or not, then I'm just gonna be, aware and go for certain routes and certain things that are more annoying. So if this gets blocked, right, there are a couple things that I can do, right? You can do this into this, right? This is +2, right? And because this button is 6, right, it'll trade your attempt of pressing another button, right? So block. No. I want you to press crouching light punch after I hit you with the standing light punch. Like right there, right? No, but don't get hit. Just block. And now after this, press crouching light punch. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Or you can just go for the throw, right? But you have to add variety to your game, right? There's another thing that you can do, is that you can just see me, right? You just walk backwards, right? You block, then you walk backward, and then you see if they try to block. If they try to throw. Hold on, block.
Yeah, or they can jump and be ready to anti-air.
Yeah, you need to be aware of all these decisions and make an educated guess. Eventually, you will start doing educated guesses. So, for example, if you just crouching, do crouch light punch and try to throw, right? Crouching light punch into, crouching medium kick into drive rush into throw, right? Throw. All right. So, as you can see. So if you see people doing that, if you do it twice and you see people doing that, then by the second or third time, instead of going for the throw, maybe go for a meaty attack, right? Go for a medium punch or go for a crouching heavy punch, right? See, that beat my attempt to throw. I couldn't throw, right? So. Yeah, that's what I mean when observing your opponent, right? If you see something failing, there's always a counter to that something your opponent is doing, right? Or instead of going for the throw immediately, you can do tick throw, right? This is a tick throw. You do this and then you throw, right? And if you block this, it's more difficult to deal with that, right? So if try to throw or tech the throw after I hit you with the jab, try to tech the throw, okay? See, you can do something like that as well, right? But yeah, just get to observing your opponent and react to them jumping. So if they try to jump, just anti them. I think just try to jump at me, right? I can also do this, right? You can do that as well, but it's you're gonna get.
Yeah, I often get like punish counter and they are hitting me with like the heavy when I try.
It's very important that you get this down. Whoops.
Yeah.
So I'm using the shortcut right now. Do you know that you can press forward, down, and up and get this? Like you hold forward, then hold down, then hold up, and then press the button. Hello? Hello? Hello, hello. You there? I see you doing stuff, but I cannot hear you anymore.
How?
Oh, there you go. I can hear you now.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what happened.
Alright. Okay. Alright, so
Okay.
forward, hold forward, then hold down and up. I mean, in a motion, right? Forward, then hold down, then hold up. Forward, then hold down, then hold up.
It's like this.
And press the kick, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, not this.
You're doing forward, down, and up.
Forward, down, and forward.
No. Press forward and then press back for a second. I want to check something. If you do,
Forward and back.
Okay, now you're gonna hold forward, then hold down, and then hold up, and then press the kick. In that sequence, you see? Hold forward, hold down, and then hold up, and then press the button.
Oh, it's...
That's the fastest shortcut to do the Shoryuken. Right?
Okay, I'm using my app like I have it binded on my key spacebar.
I know. It's you're probably playing like how people play on levelless. I use levelless. That's why I'm telling you this thing.
I want to buy like hitbox in next month.
So if I press forward, down, and up, it looks like this. See, forward, down, and up. This happens. See. So
Yeah,
I don't know if that's useful to you if you want to do it.
Yeah,
but...
I think it will be great.
So
much better than
this is way faster. This is way faster.
Yeah, it's easier also for me.
It's not gonna work when doing this into super. Okay, you cannot use this to do that super. It's not gonna work. But yeah, I mean to do the anti-air. Let's try anti-airing then. See if you can do that. I'm just gonna jump at you.
Sure.
Nothing more. Alright.
Oh yeah.
Alright, the other side.
It's not.
Oh, whoops.
It was down.
No, it was
Okay.
forward, down, up.
Forward then. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to hold the three buttons, right? You need to be holding them. When pressing when you don't release any of them. That's why you're getting the jump. You shouldn't be getting a jump ever. Right? Look, if I press forward, down, and up, this is what you should be looking at, like that. Just press forward, down, and up. There's a in training mode when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
You should set the entire training, right?
Yeah, I think it's better option for anti-air than like down, forward, and like
that.
forward, down, forward.
I really wish that you learn how to do it like this, like the proper way. I don't use the shortcut, right? I just use forward, down, forward most of the time. But I mean, it's there. Like the tech is there for you to use. So whatever you want to use, right?
Yeah.
Alright, let's watch some replays. How about that?
Yeah, sure. That's great.
Alright, now that you have this abundant amount of knowledge, you should be able to be critic about your own performance, right? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna stream right here on Discord. I'll find your replay.
Yeah. Okay, I have it on full screen. It's great.
You can join the Kus Academy club, by the way.
Yeah. Saw the communicate on Discord and I forgot about it later.
It's fine. Alright, let's check out a ranked match that you lost, of course. I never review victories, okay?
Yeah, it's great.
It's always
I
it's always
played Motti versus
Akumas.
Akumas.
So many Akumas, modern Akumas. God damn.
Yeah, exactly. It's Akuma.
Tournament. Oh, you used Akuma.
Yeah.
All right. Let's watch this. Let's see what happens here. All right. Let's see what's going on, and if we can review it. All right. You were gold 2.
Yeah.
Alright, there's another drill that I want you to do, another task that I want you to do, and it's for the first 3 seconds of a match until this hits 99. It would be much better until it hits 95, but yeah, I mean 97. When it hits 97 or 95, don't do anything aggressive, right? Don't be pressing buttons, don't jump, or don't do drive rush, none of that. What you're gonna do is you're gonna sit down right there at your starting position and you're gonna observe your opponent. You're gonna see what they do, and if they jump at you, then by all means do anti-air. If they throw a fireball at you, I mean, you can do a spin knuckle if you see it, and you can react to that. But don't do it as a read. Don't be like, oh, I'm just gonna to throw a spin knuckle, right? If you see it and you can react to that, then fine. But I would prefer if you parry the fireball instead. So if they jump at you anti-air, if they drive rush, you can crouching medium punch and stop it. If they DI, by all means DI back, that's fine. But I want you to sit down there and just wait and see your opponent and watch your opponent, right?
Yeah, I was wondering what's the best option for start of every round.
Nothing. The best option is to do nothing. Always, all the time. The best option is to do nothing. And if you see the green flash, just crouch medium punch immediately. That's just it.
Yeah,
that's the best option.
All the time enemies are doing lots of crazy shit.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be jumping, don't want to be doing stuff. I mean, you're putting yourself at risk without any reason, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So that's what you need to do. All right. I don't know
great.
if you want to do it for a week, for 2 days, or for as long as you want to do. But that's to prepare you to actually watch your opponent and wait for them to make a mistake, right? You have to keep switching back and forth that during your match. But for now, just do it at the beginning and then be on your way, right? And that means don't even walk forward, right? If you walk forward, that's an act of aggression as well. Like you're trying to, to get more space, to get into their space. It's also an offensive move. Don't walk forward.
Okay.
Either, okay. Even if they jump backward, just stay full screen doing nothing and observing. Alright, so see this, right? Okay.
Yeah.
1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and now the chaos unfolds, right? There's absolutely no reason for you to be doing this.
Yeah.
No reason for you to be doing this. This player hasn't shown you any signs of throwing a fireball at all. and you're using the spin knuckle, which is mostly a tool to bypass fireballs, right? You shouldn't be using spin knuckle to chase people. Okay, if you want to chase people, just walk forward. Right? So you were doing pretty good in here, and then this decision right here, this decision right here, comes out of nowhere, and this is why I'm telling you, think when you do stuff, right? Have a reason behind your actions. Be like, yeah, I'm gonna throw this because this player has shown me to be doing Hadouken. You're maybe not gonna be right most of the times at the beginning, but then you will eventually, get the right reasoning behind your actions, right? So there's these concepts called a read and a reaction. So a read is when you think something is gonna happen and you act before it happens, right? That's called a read. There's a hard read and there's a regular read, but that's beyond a hard read is like, I'm just gonna throw this because I think, magically that's gonna happen, right? That's a hard read. And a read is when an opponent has shown you a pattern and you react to that pattern. That's a regular read. And a reaction is, well, obviously when something is about to happen, you react to the fact that you saw it, right? So you need to stop relying on reads and start relying on reactions, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know if that made complete sense, but it's gonna be on video if you want to go.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, look.
I'll be rewatching this, I guess, for many times.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
You just whiffed this attack right here. What is the reasoning behind keep pressing buttons, right? I don't care what this guy does. This is gonna be a bunch of chaos. If you block this, instead of pressing buttons like mad, you would have gotten a great opportunity to punish this. But you got hit, right? Alright, jump in. Again.
Yeah.
Just jumping in. Why are you jumping in? Like, if you just waited for your opponent to jump in and to punish with an anti-air, would have been much better, right? Oh, this.
Yeah.
But alright, you got a combo out. Alright, nice wake up. Alright, let's see if that works again. Alright, so now the thing is, while it's fine, right? So taking out the fact that you just got a random DIN, right? Okay, so right here, you hit this and you're plus 11, right? You could hit standing heavy punch, drive rush, use these bars right here because you have too many, right?
Yeah.
Drive rush, get more damage and push them more into the corner. Alright, so now it's the same thing, right? You get this, and now you have to drive rush, and because he's in the corner, you have to drive rush, back heavy kick, I think it's light or medium spiral arrow into the DP. You're doing just the basic thing. Alright, got the punish. Use your drive gauge.
Yeah, he will be dead already, yeah.
Yeah, long ago, right? You need to, but I mean, it was good that you controlled the chaos. You just went for, simple things that might work. On wake up, crouching heavy punch. That's fine, right? And if he cannot deal with that, then by all means, keep doing that. Yeah, again, the spin knuckle, useless. Now, see this chaos in this player, right? Now, if you just wait, if you had just waited here, right here, I just wait for him to jump in and do something silly, right? Maybe he's gonna throw a donkey kick that's not safe on block. Yeah, see, that's not safe on block. If you just wait for him to make a mistake, then by all means, he's gonna. Alright. So now, okay. Oh. now it's not the time to use the bars because yeah, you need to keep this situation for you a positive, right?
Mhm.
So you need to be aware of this situation, right? He's in yellow, and you want this to disappear. Even if he
Yeah.
goes for no DDP, you have to go for this bar. You have to deplete this bar. All right. Now, this is something that you shouldn't be doing either, right? You walk forward here, but then decide to keep walking backwards, right? At this distance already, nothing is gonna hit you. So you stop here at most, right? You keep walking backwards, right? And you keep giving up screen space, right? This guy doesn't have any idea about that, but you should know that you're giving out screen space, right? Okay, so you decide to go for that. And just wait for him to jump, right? Now you got this situation right here. Your number one mission is for this guy not to escape this area right here, right? This guy shouldn't escape the area near the corner, so you don't want him jumping out of here. So instead of pressing buttons right here, you should just wait for him to jump over you, because he's definitely he doesn't want to be here. He knows, right? And then he escapes the corner. Alright, so by luck. I know no anti-airs.
Yeah.
So now in situations like this, you could have just drive rush to get close to him, right? Or in here, another opportunity to just drive rush. He can possibly, level 1, so you just drive rush into crouching light punch to bait for him to use the bars, but yeah. What's going on? Why are you just suddenly losing? Oh no. Yeah, when people are in the corner, the situations like this, you need to respect the bar. They will try heavily to get out of this situation. Very alright.
Yeah, it was so close to double KO.
Maybe you tried to super here, but because you didn't finish your inputs, right? You did half circle forward, and then when you press it here, it thought it was gonna be a Shoryuken instead. Oh yeah, you should stop using this.
Yeah,
People too.
I use it all the time to close distance. This jump and the spinning knuckle.
Oh. Don't let him escape. Drive rush. No, drive rush heavy punch.
Yeah.
Oof, 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 oof. Well, I'm guessing you're seeing this, right?
Yeah.
This is pure chaos right here. There's absolutely nobody in control of this match. It's always, some random.
Yeah, he jumped.
Some random stuff happening. Well, I guess this is not so random. He burns himself up, like right here. It's bound to happen, right? The super is gonna happen. Alright, so this is control now. This is control. This is order here, right here. This is fantastic, right? The problem is that you don't capitalize on the fact, right? You have to, after this, you just drive rush heavy punch and continue the combo and do whatever, right? And then the chaos is about to happen. Right, you do this, you whiff this, you combo ends, and when this happens, you should be like, oh, I'm just gonna walk back and wait for the guy to try to escape, because you look at all the time that you have. You have like 10 more seconds for this to actually get here. So and now, yeah, you walk back pretty nice, but then you get hit by this. This guy doesn't jump over you as the knockdown. Now he does, and then you do that, and then it's disaster. Jump ins, parries. Alright, Shoryuken. Oh, look at that Shoryuken right there in your face. No punish.
Exactly.
Like, why? What would be the reason that you decide to jump right there? I don't know, man. Oof.
Yeah, and my drive impact, like non-stop.
Yeah, that's your typical Ryu, right? Throw in a random Shoryuken. Now, I want you to tell me if you think this guy should have won.
No, I have many games like this.
Yeah, because
I'm losing versus
random.
so bad players, and it's really annoying.
Let's see this ad right here.
Oh yeah, it's game. I had perfect in first round and lost.
Yeah, Ed is particularly prone to get drive impacted, and people don't. I mean, bad Ed players don't know how to deal with that. Yeah, that's a silly combo. Oh. So you do. You got this random thing out, and then you do drive rush, back heavy kick, back heavy kick.
Yeah, it's really a lot of games like this.
Yeah, you don't want to be winning like this. If you win like this, you have to know that this will eventually not work at all.
Yeah.
Alright, so starting the game, you're already seeing like, why are you walking backwards like this? You're giving way too much space of the screen.
Yeah, for no reason.
It's time to take it back. Yeah, you're putting yourself into the corner here, and Ed in the corner is very, very annoying. So you keep trying to jump. Uh-oh. It's not working anymore.
Exactly.
Well, if you wait for him to just DI. Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, the game is just a bunch of nothingness happening, a bunch of random things happening. I mean, I could give you some tips, but mostly it's just just wait for your opponent to mess up instead of doing that.
Yeah, and just focus on blocking.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. You need to fix this. You need to fix this, right? You wake up pressing buttons way too much, and you get counter hit way too much.
So it's just block and throw.
You can potentially backdash if you think they're gonna throw, but I mean, even if you try and do grab, delay tag, then that would be fine, I guess, if you think they're gonna throw. Alright, so now this is important. As you can see, you get 1 bar there. He uses 2 bars there. Now look at the difference in resources.
Yeah, I have full on. He has very little.
Yeah, but you decide to go for the DI. He's gonna probably level 3, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, he didn't.
Oh.
Alright, now you should be careful with the level 3, right? He might want to throw a super. See? I mean, these things, it's not because I have some magic ball over here telling me that's gonna happen. It's the situation, right? And it's also what do you have to gamble? You don't have enough life to see if he throws a super, right? If he throws a super and you press that, you're dead. So there's nothing more out of it. So why would you risk it? Why would you take that risk?
I have one question.
Uh-huh.
If we are not hitting each other and he is casting the super and I will cast my super after his, is it always that my will counter his, or is it depends on the characters?
It depends on the super, most likely. Like
Yeah, okay.
level 1 supers are most of the level 1 supers are invulnerable to strikes, to attacks, but they are not invulnerable to projectiles. So for example, if Ed is charging his wire, his snatcher, and you throw your super level 1 and he releases it, that's a projectile, and you will get hit, right? But if you throw an attack, you're invincible for the level 1. Level 2s, they are mostly full invincible, except for against level 3s, and level 3s are fully invincible for the start.
Yeah, if he will cast the third one and I will cast my third afterwards, will my hit him?
It's gonna be a problem, but well, let's see something. So, Cammy. So your level 3 comes out in 9 frames, right? And his level 1. Its level 1 comes out in 13 frames. So if you can, perform your level 3 during his flash animation of level 1, then you will win. That's for sure. But it doesn't always work like that. It depends on how many invulnerable frames his super has versus how many invulnerable frames your super has, and they collide. But most of the times, level 1, level 3s beat level 1s for the most part across the board, right? But getting a level 3 after you see the flash of the level 1, it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult.
I usually did that when the enemy is using the third one and I'm also using the third one.
Yeah, but I think, for example, if you do that, let's see, Cammy, Super Odd 3. Alright, so your level 3 is invincible from frames 1 to 13. Right?
Yeah.
If I look at Marisa, for example, Marisa's level 3 is invincible from frames 1 to 19. So if I throw my Marisa's level 3 and you throw your level 3 right at the same time, almost at the same time, it's very likely that mine will win because I have more invulnerable frames, right?
Okay.
So that's how it works, right? If you wait a little bit, maybe a couple frames, and then you do yours, then that's basically how it works. It's just frames versus frames. There's nothing much to it, right? Do you have any other questions for me? As a closing question.
Yeah, I got so many informations. I don't think I have questions. No.
All right.
I have to analyze everything calmly later.
Okay, great. So I'm just gonna end the recording now.
Yeah, sure.